This is a story about manifesting, about what not to do and how to do it. I used to think about my goals. I used to think about what I wanted by what I didn't want. So like, if I'm moving house, for example, I don't want a north-facing garden. I don't want 3 bedrooms. So that's all I got. And even when I was looking for jobs, like, I don't want a knob head boss. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to hit on the M60. But every time opportunities were coming towards me, it was everything that I was focusing on. So now I learn how to manifest. Manifesting or goals or outcomes is thinking about what you do want. Talk about what you want. That's it. So when I talk about my outcomes, my goals, I'm really thinking about what I do want. How did I meet Phil? I wrote a list of 50 things I want my man to be. It's really hard. Have you tried it? I just thought about everything I want him to make me think, how I want him to make me feel. I was 46 years old, a business owner. I didn't want kids. I didn't want all that stuff. So I really thought about who I want as my life partner. What does 46, 50-year-old, who does that person look like for me? And I just wrote down everything. And it's not about looks, because looks change. It's not about fashion, because you can change fashion. And I did some dating, but because I really thought about the 50 things, I actually showed it him. I used to give it him. It's like an interview. I think in the 40s, I had 2 things. One was they must get on with my family, and the other one was they must like my dogs. Obviously, one was like, they must be great in the bedroom, let's be honest. So even though they might have ticked all the other things off, if they didn't tick those 2 important ones, then there's no point in carrying on. So I realised that was a priority, so I moved them 2 to the top list. Because if you don't like my dogs and I don't want to introduce you to my family, there was no point in carrying on. So I went dating, had some good times, and then I just didn't meet anyone. So I just left it. And I remember writing in my journal in the morning. It was 7:14 in the morning. I wrote about meeting him. I knew, I could feel him. I could feel it was coming. And I just knew it was coming. And at 3:14 in the afternoon, a friend of mine who I used to work with sent me a text to say, "Are you ready to go on a blind date?" And I just said yes. And it was Phil. And we spoke to each other that night and have been inseparable ever since.